Altcoin season. It's the time that every crypto enthusiast waits for. But how do you know if it's really here? Well, in today's video, we're going to be uncovering the key signs to know that altcoin season is here. And if you stick around to the end of the video, I have one token that you want to keep on your radar. Okay, so first of all, what is altcoin season? Well, it's where alternate coins, pretty much every other coin besides Bitcoin, outperforms Bitcoin. So what's the first metric that we can take a look at? Well, that is going to be the Bitcoin dominance. Now, these two white lines I have pasted on here are the Bitcoin halvings. If you don't know what they are, I'd suggest doing a little bit of research on them. Basically, it makes it so that miners, the hash rate for miners becomes much more difficult. Therefore, the amount of Bitcoins that are able to be mined is harder, therefore halving it. So if you could have mined 100 Bitcoins, after the halving, you'll now be able to mine 50. So it slows down the supply of Bitcoin coming out. And if you have an increased demand for something, that's going to push the price up. Therefore, Bitcoin price going up. So with this Bitcoin halving, it's very interesting. As we can see in the last bull market, so these red candlesticks actually coming down is a good thing for altcoins. That means this Bitcoin dominance is coming down and the money is flowing into altcoins. Now, from the Bitcoin halving last time, it took approximately 231 days, as we can see right here, until altcoin season from the halving. This year, if we take our measurement, it is now been 224 days, so that 231 would be right here. And that's where we start to see this trend coming down. This is exactly what we want to happen for our altcoin season. We did have a little pump of altcoins in December there. Super fun, super awesome. In the beginning of November. Basically what I see happening here is it just slowly trickling down and us having one of the most insane altcoin seasons ever. And the reason I say that is because institutions are getting involved, regulation is getting involved, and Trump is only 15 days out from inauguration. Take a look at what he said he's going to do for the crypto market.
This afternoon, I'm laying out my plan to ensure that the United States will be the crypto capital of the planet and the Bitcoin superpower of the world, and we'll get it done.
Okay, so that's great. Bitcoin dominance, we understand that. Awesome. Now, if we go to our total 3, so this is the total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, we can see that we're basically sitting around all-time highs back in our 2021 bull market. We haven't really made any highs since then, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. And of course, Ethereum hasn't made its all-time high yet either. We still, once Ethereum breaks out and starts rolling, like I have a $6,000 price target for Ethereum this bull market, could even hit as high as 10 if things get super, super crazy, but that's very, very far away. Basically, in our others and our total 3, we have lots of room in this bull market to go. So if we take a look at something called the altcoin season index, this says we are at 53. So we're basically right in the middle. It's not a Bitcoin season, but it's also not an altcoin season yet either. As we can see, we've kind of had a bounce. Like if you were to chart this like you would supply and demand zones, you can see that we've had a little bounce here and are getting ready for the move to the upside. Taking a look at some of the liquidation maps. Now, this is a really awesome tool to use if you don't understand liquidity and kind of how market makers work, wiping people out, going to demand zones and liquidity zones. This might be something that might help you understand that a little bit more. So as we can see on this side, we have $80 million of longs. So these will be long people. So anything below, our price of 98,000. These all are people that have gone long on the market. So if the price comes down, these are all their liquidation spots. So it's only $80 million compared to over $3 billion of short liquidations. So if the price rises, it'll wipe out all these leveraged traders. Where does the market go towards? It goes towards liquidity. Where is there more liquidity? To the upside. So that doesn't mean that price will go that way. It's just liquidity zones, price usually wants to get, it's like a magnet. It gets attracted to those zones. So I would not be surprised if we could see some massive liquidations to the upside, making a price surge just absolutely skyrocketing. Yeah, as you can see, so this was just for the Binance. This is for Binance, Bybit, OKX. You can see that it's reaching almost 10 billion over here, and we're only at 250 million on the longs. So again, liquidity looking towards the upside. Now we take a look at our rainbow price chart. This has worked out for every single bull cycle. As you can see, we are just in the bottom of this green line, which is, I believe, still cheap or accumulation, right in between these two. And as you can see, the last couple of cycles, so the last cycle for the 2021, we are right about here. This little curl down before the absolute moonshot to the top. It's played out every single time on this logarithmic scale, so I expect it to work this time as well. Now, if we're going to take a look at a little bit of psychology for money and the market, on this chart right here for Bitcoin, I'm on CoinMarketCap, I think for our cycle that we are in currently right now would either be this little peak right here. I think this one's a little bit less likely, but I think this one right here is more likely. We are kind of halfway in our cycle, and altcoins haven't had their chance to shine yet. Ethereum hasn't had its all-time high yet, hasn't passed it. So we still have clear skies to go up. Now, a little bit about the psychology of money. I think we're somewhere in here. This rally is real. Optimism. We've had our little pullback, kind of consolidation a little bit in Bitcoin. Altcoins haven't quite gone up there yet. But this is where you need to be careful, because if you start investing a little bit too late, or you start, getting more margin in once things are coming up, it's only a short time before they start coming down and you experience this portion. So it's very important to take your profits when you have them, and try not to get greedy. Leave a runner. Like if you have 100% of your position and you're up substantial amount of money, pull a little bit off the table every single time that thing runs. Take 10%, 10%, 10% every single time it runs. And then if you think we're anywhere close to the top, take 80, 75% of your position out and leave 20, 25% to run. That way you feel like you've gotten your profit and you've left a runner, and you don't feel like, oh, I missed out if it continues to go higher. Now, with that said, what's one sector that you can think of that with all this new regulation, Trump coming in, big investors, your traditional finance, BlackRock, your institutions, what are they going to be interested in? They're going to be interested in a lot of things, but one of them that comes to mind for me is RWA, which is real world assets. So in the finance space, let's say you tokenize the entire stock market, which I think is going to happen. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And who gets to be a part of that, which is the token that I'm talking about. Now, if you wanted to buy something like, let's say, Costco, this is a Costco stock. So this costs $916 right now if you want to buy it. Now, what if you didn't have $916? Well, you simply could not purchase it. It's not any cheaper than that. That's how much the stock costs. But what if you're able to tokenize it and buy a percentage of that? So what if you're able to tokenize everything in the world, even houses, assets, things like that? you could actually sell portions of your real estate. You could do real estate deals in seconds. Like, everything would be faster, taking out the middleman and being able to sell fractional shares of anything. And the token that I am talking about is Ondo Finance. I think this coin will be an absolute monster this cycle. It has backing from BlackRock. Now, BlackRock's name, if they're putting money in something, you know they've done their research. You know that it's a strong conviction play that they have. Anything with BlackRock's name on it is usually successful. Now, they have lots and lots and lots of services inside of here. Most of it is for institutional people right now. There's not a lot of retail stuff available, but the power behind it is absolutely insane. There is one thing to keep in mind though. Ondo does have an unlock coming in 12 days and 3 hours. So it is a pretty big unlock. As you can see, most of it goes towards the ecosystem growth. So that's actually a healthy thing for Ondo. A lot of people are scared of token unlocks, and I totally get it, because if they're unlocked to the wrong people, they just dump the price and sell everything. I don't believe that's going to be the case with Ondo. As we saw last cycle, Solana had the same problem, or the same FUD, if you will, and they came out absolutely fine. I mean, they went from what, like $2 to 200 and something dollars. So it doesn't always mean that the price is going to go down. But if you are scared of that, you can wait the 12 days and 3 hours. The unlock is linear, so they're going to be unlocking more and more as time goes on. But if there's more demand and that outweighs it, Ondo is going to be just fine. As you can see on DeFi Llama, our TVL, so this is total value locked, which is 610 million out of our market cap of 2.2 billion. Our TVL is staying really, really strong. This is an awesome indicator that a project is doing really, really well. You want to see TVL to continue to climb. That's, people displaying conviction in the play, and you also want to see volume increasing. Both of those things are happening for Ondo, so this is really healthy and a really good thing. So that's today's video. I have a community down below if you want to get in the Discord community, get some of the plays, get some of the insight. It's totally free. You can join down below, ask questions, learn. Like the video, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you guys in the next one.